Okay, so today we're going to be installing an Edge Juice with Attitude on my 2002 Dodge truck. Okay, so when you open up your box for your Edge, you get all these wonderful parts and components. We'll go through them real quick. First off, this for the 2002 Dodge is your map sensor adapter. This will come apart, and then these two black ends will plug into your wiring harness. Your gray pieces will be for the map sensor on the truck. So we'll use that later. Next up, we have here the banjo bolt fitting where your fuel pressure sending unit will go. But I've already got a different system on there, so this is no good to me. Get rid of that. Okay, next up we have our transmission temperature sending unit. Show you guys where to put that in a little while. We have the Edge fuel pressure sending unit, a little bit different than the one I have in there now, but we're going to use that, so you'll see what I'm talking about. This here is your boost elbow. I currently have a different turbo on there, so this is no good to me either. Goodbye. The Edge Juice with Attitude. Our EGT probe. We're putting those in. This is our attitude monitor. Okay. And then here is our wiring harness. Looks complicated, but it's pretty straightforward. Okay, this end we will plug into the Edge module once it's all complete. Next up, the attitude monitor, your EGT probe. Okay, next up we have fuel pressure sending unit, our main ground, data link connector, our fuel pump wire splice, whatever you want to call it, I don't know, a little doohickey. This one I believe is your power. Yes, that's your 12 volt power supply. You're going to be getting that off of the fuse panel under the hood. This really long, well, medium long one here. This one here is going to be your turbo timer cool down wire. Our map sensor, associated adapter. And then this last long wire here is for our transmission temperature sending unit. Okay, let's go have a look at the truck. Okay, here's the truck. Show you guys a little bit what I got here now. Power puck, Optima batteries, Flexolite, dual electric fans. Got my pressure lock for my BD transmission. The AFE stage 2 intake. And filter's kind of dirty. We're going to clean that this afternoon. And of course the BD Power Super B Turbo. Okay. We'll have a look over here, show you guys inside. So inside the truck, I have my A-pillar gauges, my boost, pyro, tranny temp, and then here on the steering wheel, fuel pressure. There's our fast fuel pump, 150. There we go, your BD Power tranny torque converter and flex plate. Okay, so here we are underneath the front of the truck. Got our fuse panel, and we're supposed to hook in this fuse with the supplied adapter to our power. So we're going to hook this into a spare slot. Now you want to make sure that when you do this, you hook the adapter onto the side that does not have constant power. That way if you do have a problem with your Edge unit, you will have a fuse in between to protect your vehicle and your Edge. So as you can see, this okay, this side has power. This side has none. So we're going to hook it in towards the rear of the vehicle. So this piece goes in this way. Okay, so that little fuse thing is a piece of shit. It's really tough to get in those little slots down there. So what I've done is I have another fuse holder here, which I'm going to use for the power to my Edge. I've already got a 15 amp fuse in there, same as what they recommended you tie into. here we have our power with our spare spot in the fuse panel coming into my 15 amp fuse holder. Back out, and you can see I've taped up my connection to the edge wiring harness, which goes out, routed this way, which will be all nice and neatly tucked away when it's covered up. Okay, the next step was to install the turbo timer wire, which is this one right here, going onto fuse number 9 with one of those stupid little piece of shit fuse jumper thingies. I know there's a lot of wires in there, but that's for a lot of the other stuff I have on the truck. Okay, next up was our MAP sensor, which is actually your manifold absolute pressure sensor, which is right here. I don't know if you can see that too well. There we go. So we've got our adapter plugged in. You can see there's our adapter piece there, and the other one is down below, down there. Okay, plugged into our wiring harness. Okay, this part does not look like much fun. As you can see, I've taken the cover off my throttle cable assembly here with my throttle position sensor, or accelerator pedal position sensor if you'd like to call it. So I'll just set that down here for now. And here's my injector pump. Now the wire tap that we have to get to is in this small little bit of wiring here, which looks like it's going to be a pain in the ass. So I will cut back the outer insulation on that, and then I will try to get my wire tap on the upper top corner wire, which is closest to the block as per the instructions. So I will try that out and see how it goes. Okay, well, surprising enough, that was really easy to do. I just cut back some of the insulation on the two wires here. I don't think you can see them too well here. Put the wire tap back piece on, and Edge had some good advice in twisting your wiring actually 7 times counterclockwise before that you put it on. And now if you look, my wiring harness is nice and straight, no kinks or anything in it. And yeah, so it was actually really easy, and I will put the rest back together.